What's up guys? My name is Kate and I am a boutique owner. I have an online store and I also have a brick and mortar retail location in Sarasota, Florida. We've been in business for almost 5 years and today I'm going to break down the 10 easy steps for you to open your own boutique business if you've been interested. I do say easy only because I'm going to break it down into the 10 most simple steps possible, but please just know that owning a business is definitely not easy. But just know if you are dedicated and you do work hard and you don't give up, that is the biggest thing, you can definitely be successful and it's a super fun business to be in. Step numero uno to opening your own boutique is going to be to create a business plan. Stick with me. The business plan is step number one, and I do want to break that business plan down for you and what to kind of put in the business plan. Steps 2 through 10 are not going to be as in-depth, but I just wanted to break down what to kind of do to make a business plan. So it's not as like crazy as it seems. You can literally just write it on a piece of paper using a pen, or you can use Canva. Canva.com is what I use to do a lot of our graphics for the boutique. And so you can always do it on there. Just open a US letter document and then you can like use the fonts you want and add colors and photos and all that kind of stuff. I find that to be the best and like most creative way to do things because I'm like a visual person and I like to see it all out on paper. So I would suggest doing it that way, but you can do it how you best see fit. But the first part of your business plan is going to be your why. So why are you starting a boutique? Of course, if you are starting a boutique for money, that's great. I think we all want to make a little bit more money, but there's a lot of ways to make money. So why are you opening a clothing boutique or an accessories boutique, whatever your situation is in particularly? It could be because you had body issues in the past and you don't want to make anybody else ever feel like that way, and so you like to empower women. It could be just because you truly do love like shopping and you want to create a better shopping experience for people in your community. But you are gonna want that why, because on the tough days you have to go back to that why and think like, why did I start this? It's going to give you the motivation that you're gonna need on the days where you just feel like giving up, believe me. The second part of your business plan, this is not step number 2, I'm still talking about number 1, which is your business plan. Definitely think of your name. I know this seems pretty simple and self-explanatory, but look it up. Make sure no other boutique or clothing or accessory places have that same name trademarked, or else they will be able to go after you in the future, and you definitely want to avoid that. So just think of a name that is unique to you. Maybe it's like a family name or a play on your name, and just kind of go with it from there. You definitely want to make sure that nobody else has the same name and that it's a name you absolutely love before you start branding like all of your shopping bags and shippers and all of the poly mailers and stuff like that. And then that kind of goes along with the next step, which is branding slash a kind of like a mood board for your business. So in this step, you're gonna kind of want to take a piece of paper, and again, this could be physical or it could be on Canva. I like to go on Canva because you can pick out like different like exact colors. So get like 3 or 4 colors that you want your brand to represent. Is it greens? Is it pinks? Is it like super bright colors or neutrals? Just what like kind of your logo is gonna be, kind of what the mood of your whole business and brand will portray. You could even get like 3 top fonts that you like love and you know, that you'll use on graphics or signs in your store and stuff like that, and just kind of like put those 3 fonts down in your brand board so you can kind of go back to that, reference it in the future. And these things are important so your brand will look cohesive as you go on. Next thing you want to figure out is whether you want to be online only, mobile, or if you want to have a brick and mortar retail store. All 3 of these are obviously great options. Online definitely requires the least capital, so the least money to start off. And if your plan is to open a brick and mortar store up in the future, you could still do that. Even if you just start online now, it can like kind of get you into the groove of things and maybe help you save up some money in order to do that in the future. So with online, you're basically just gonna need a website and your social media pages. You really should have a website and social media pages regardless. But if you are wanting to do mobile pop-ups, you can do things with mobile pop-ups like events in your town, even if it's just with like a tent or a table that you're popping up with. And then also I had a trailer at one point that we literally renovated into a boutique. So at one point I was online, had a trailer that we did mobile pop-ups in, and I had a brick and mortar store. Since then I scaled down and then was online only for a little bit, and now I do have another brick and mortar store. So, you know, your business could evolve over time, and it just kind of depends on what season of life you're in and what kind of works for you at the moment. Then going into finances, you're gonna just kind of want to write a list of things down that you're gonna need to buy or you're gonna need money for. You do need money to like register your business, and you're also gonna need money for a website, and you're gonna need money for inventory. So definitely budget for all that stuff. Kind of come up with a list of how much you're going to need for everything. And then if you don't have the capital yet, just kind of figure out a way to budget your money until you could save up to have all of the capital. Be sure you at least have somewhat of an array of products when you first started. I think when I first started, I probably had like 20 or 30 products that people could choose from. So if you want to start out a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, you totally could. Just try to keep in mind that when you do buy one style, it typically, like if I was buying this flannel in wholesale, this would typically cost probably like $20-ish wholesale, just totally depending on the quality and stuff like that. So $20 in wholesale, but if I'm gonna buy a pack of these, which is typically what you're required to do, that is 6, 2 small, 2 medium, and 2 large, and let's say they're $20 each. So 20 times 6 is $120. So if you wanted to buy 10 different styles to start off, that would be maybe around $120 times 10 products, which would be $1,200, and that doesn't include shipping. It doesn't include shipping supplies out to your customers, hangers, storage bins, anything else that you might need. So you will probably need a few $1,000s to start off a boutique business. And then finally, just how you're going to market your brand, whether you're going to use Facebook ads or if you're just gonna go strictly all organic social media. I know if I was just starting out, I would definitely heavily depend on TikTok right now to blow my brand up, because a lot of people do want to see those small creators out there, and TikTok is a great way to potentially go viral. Just know that like you're not going to start a website and your 10 friends and family are gonna be buying from you every single week. It does take more to actually market the product and get yourself out there. All right, so finally we are on to step number 2, and that is getting an EIN number. You do need this to legally start your business. It does cost money, and you can go to the IRS.gov in order to do so. Before you do that, just be sure you know whether you wanna be a sole proprietor, an LLC, a partnership, or a corporation. Before you go into that, you can look that up on the IRS.gov if you are needing more information about that. And step number 3 and 4 kind of go hand in hand. It's just like getting your legal stuff done. Number 3 would be getting a seller's permit, so you are legally able to sell in your state. And then number 4 would be getting a resale certificate so that you are legally able to buy wholesale and resell the products to customers. Step number 5 is just gonna be registering in your particular city. You also do need to do this in order to start your business. Just go to your business's local city hall and they can tell you what to do from there. Number 6 is get a business bank account. Go to your bank and open a separate business bank account. You're definitely going to want to do this in order to keep your finances separate from your personal, and also in order to, you know, make sure that you're making a profit and all that fun stuff. It'll just make it easier for you when you're doing your taxes as well. So please definitely do that if you're gonna take this business seriously. Number 7 is another boring one, but you gotta insure your business. Get business insurance for your boutique. Okay, number 8 is a little bit more of a fun one, and that is creating your website and also getting a domain. So in order to get a domain, you could typically do this when you go and start to build a website. Your domain is gonna be something like VogueSocietyBoutique.com, which is mine. And so you're gonna have to pay a small fee, it might be like 15 bucks or something like that a year, in order to renew your domain so nobody else can use it. When you're going to create a website, there are a few really great platforms that you can use. I'm just gonna list a few right here: Shopify, Square, Comment Sold, and let's see, Wix or something like that. I would say most boutique businesses use Shopify these days. It just is a really user-friendly way to basically build your website, drag in pictures. They have like a whole section for orders that come in, and it'll walk you through how to ship an order once one comes in. A whole section of products, so that when you have to add a new product, when new inventory comes in, there's a title for the product, a description for the product, a place to drag pictures in for the product, a place to price the product. It just makes it really, really simple for what you're specifically wanting to do. Once you kind of got your whole website set up, it is time for you to buy inventory, which is the most exciting part of owning a boutique business. So different ways that you could buy inventory is go to market. There are markets around all around the year. We've got one in Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Dallas, Vegas, and then also most of these brands that are going to these shows are based out of LA. So if you go to the downtown section of LA, there is a fashion district, and you can like go into all their showrooms. You do have to make sure that you have your resale certificate with you. So that way you are able to shop wholesale, and you're gonna need that online as well. So you can do any of those markets, just search like wholesale clothing markets, and I'm sure one of those is gonna pop up, or you can go to LA. Obviously the easiest and cheapest way to do it is to buy product online. So there are a few wholesale vendors who do just have like their own websites that you can go on and shop just like you would be shopping online, except for you're buying wholesale. So you could do that, or you could go to a website like Fashion Go. Fashion Go is definitely probably the most popular website as far as when it comes to buying wholesale inventory online. They have a ton of different vendors on there. It's like a wholesale shopping mall, a wholesale mall, I guess, for brands that you could buy for your boutique. You could do that. I would suggest buying clothing in person, personally, just because you could touch and feel the things. There have been times where I got in product and I'm like, this is not what I was expecting. However, I know it is always cheaper to start off by just buying inventory online. So that's probably your best bet. Look up websites like Fashion Go and Fair. Step number 10 is another fun and easy way to set up your business, and that is just creating social media pages, because you're gonna need those for marketing, whether you're running Facebook ads or not. Personally, I would create a Facebook page that is kind of like the professional Facebook. It's like you creating a Facebook profile, but for your business. Number 2 is going to be a Facebook group that's going to be creating a community. This is the best way, and probably, I mean, I don't know if it's the best way now, but for me, when I started my business 5 years ago, I created a Facebook page or a Facebook group, and I just added all my friends and family to it. And then I ran giveaways on like, hey, add your friends to this Facebook group. And then the business kind of grew from there. So I would do the Facebook page and the Facebook group to have more of a community vibe. This is where you could post like engagement things and just like behind the scenes and stuff like that, where your Facebook page is gonna be more with like your hours and links to products and stuff like that. Then I would definitely get a Instagram page, obviously, make that very aesthetically pleasing, and definitely utilize Reels, because that is blowing up Instagram accounts as well. And then obviously, like I said before, a TikTok account. I know that they could seem silly, but they are really, really blowing up small businesses right now. So definitely create yourself a TikTok account, make TikToks on there, and then repurpose the TikToks on your Instagram page and make Reels on there. That is probably the best way to potentially go viral and reach new customers. You're definitely going to want to start a text message group or a text message list, and then also an email list. So there are different platforms for these, such as Postscript, Klaviyo, MailChimp. There's lots that you can kind of look up. And like I said, you can just kind of look these things up. Honestly, you guys, Google is your best friend. I basically broke down the 10 simplest steps possible for you to kind of just start off your boutique business. I know I didn't go into the most detail because I didn't want the video to be an hour long, and there's honestly an infinite amount of things that you could learn and do for opening a boutique. If you are wanting a little bit more help with some of these things in more detail, such as what vendors to shop with and how to find them, what platform to go with to create your website, just like more more in detailed things like that I couldn't really go over in one video. I do have boutique ebook guides, which I will link in the description below. I will be answering any questions in the comments if you do have them, so please go ahead and ask away. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be posting more content like this soon. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.